In this and the next lecture, we're going to show some space calculations regarding different warehouse areas. These calculations are based on experience and are not intended to provide definitive answers to space requirements. The first area is the receipt and dispatch areas. It is sometimes overlooked in favor of storage space. However, this is one of the most important areas in the warehouse. The warehouse operations that rely on sufficient space both inside and outside the dock bays, getting the right balance between the number of doors, equipment, and labor is difficult to achieve and requires the coordination of arrivals and departures with available resources. A congested dock area can result in arrival and departure delays, lost or misplaced products, incorrect dispatches, or damages to the products. The following basic formula can be used to calculate the likely space requirement for staging vehicles on arrival and departure. So we have the number of loads, hours to unload, time to shift multiplied by the number of pallets by the space per pallet. For example, if we receive 20 vehicles per day, 26 pallets per load with a pallet size of 1.2 by 1 meter, and it takes 45 minutes per load to unload and 30 minutes per load to check, we operate an 8-hour shift. So you see the calculation, and here is the answer, 124.8 square meters, and we round up. All the calculations here because we don't want to be short of the warehouse operators of the time. So that's why everything is rounded up here. In addition to this space, we need to add working and travel space around the pallets. This space will be determined by the type of forklift or the pallet truck used to unload and load the vehicles. Potentially, this can be more than double the amount of space required for the pallets and depends on how much access to the pallets is required. The ability to preload trailers will reduce the amount of space required at the dispatch bay. If we have sufficient doors or yard space to accommodate the number of loaded trailers, the ability to double stack pallets will reduce the space required, but will also limit the type of pallet truck utilized. There may also be a requirement for a cross-dock area where goods have been received into the warehouse but not put away or to be dispatched and blocked to a customer who has yet to collect the goods. This could take anywhere between a day and a month to dispatch. Under these circumstances, it may be prudent to use drive-in racking in the dispatch area, for example, to minimize product damage. Calculating the amount of storage space required and the storage medium depends on a large number of factors. Each item needs to be evaluated and a table produced to record the different item properties, and as a result, to decide on potential storage mediums. Having calculated the amount of items stored per product line and converted this into pallet quantities, we're able to calculate the total number of pallets we need to store by product line. Once this has been calculated, we should produce a chart detailing the number of pallet locations required and the height requirements for each location. Depending on the nature of the product in terms of weights, crushability, etc., it is likely that the pallet heights will vary between products, and some products may only require bin storage, for instance, as the quantities are very low. The next decision is the type of storage medium to use. This can include block stacking, pallet racking, automated storage, shelves, or bin locations, or some combination of some of these all. Having produced a basic formula for calculating dock space, there is a formula to calculate the number of pallets that can be stored within a given cubic area when using standard adjustable pallet racking. And here is the formula for total pallet capacity. We have the number of width modules and pallets inside, number of length modules and pallets, and the number of height modules. And here we have the formulas for each part of this calculation. For module width, width of the aisle plus 2 pallet lengths, the short side and plus the clearance between back-to-back pallets. For length, width of upright plus 3 times clearance plus 2 pallets, the long side, and the height of the pallet and clearance above pallet plus racking beam height.